Okay, so after the cast is done, now you want to trim the blank before you put the posting on because it's easier. So you take your stock footbed and you line it up, the heel, the center of heel here. I'm leaving a little bit of the edge of the blank show. I'm going to run it straight down the center of the footbed, and this is for a 27.5. I'm just going to mark right around the toe character from where the first metatarsal lands to where the fifth metatarsal lands. And then I'm going to trim it to the ink line. And what I'm looking for is a straight line from the top of the heel cup here to the fifth metatarsal, and from the top of the heel cup here to the first metatarsal. So there's different ways that you can prep the blank to help you find those straight lines, but I'm just going to eyeball a straight line from here go right around the toe character. And then I'm going to eyeball a straight line from here to there. Okay, and that's pretty much almost finished. So then when I glue my posting on, I'll trim the posting off around the perimeter and then go to the grinder. Okay, the next part is cutting the posting to length. So I don't want any posting material underneath the first metatarsal head or underneath the fifth, so I'm going to just mark approximately where those points are. There's the first, I'm going to mark right behind there, and there's the fifth is over here, so I'm going to mark that, and I'm just going to transfer those to the bottom side. Okay, so I know the foot is about a 29, so I'm going to, instead of cutting this at the 29 mark, I'm going to make an arc from the fifth to the first up to 29 and then back down again. So you can see this mark is about 27.5 and that mark's about 27. So I'm just going to go from here, split to 28.5 and 30, and then end right out there, and then I'm going to check it on the bottom of my footbed, and if right here is our first metatarsal right there and our fifth is back here somewhere, you can see that that just fits really nicely right there. So now I'm going to glue these two pieces because this is not the blank that has the pre-glue on it. And I have this Gorilla Glue. First time using it, we'll see how it works. Okay, keep it nice and thin. Okay, so that's glued. Gonna wait for that to tack up, and I need to get a heat gun. Okay, so this is a contact adhesive, so it needs to be tacky before you try to put it together. You should be able to touch it, and it should be tacky but does not come off on your finger, so it still needs a little bit more time to dry. And take my heat gun. When you're heating the posting, you don't want to heat the glue side, because if this is hot and you put it on your blank, then the blank is going to absorb that heat and it's going to wind up deforming your shell. So I'm going to heat the bottom side of the footbed. and I'm going to heat it until it starts to deform. I don't know if you can see the embossing here, but that's starting to disappear. So that means the outer layers of the foam are getting warm. And because this blank has a lot of shape to it, I want to make sure it is pretty warm so I can pull the foam to the shape of the blank easily and the glue can hold on to it. So it's starting to take a different shape. It's starting to deform. And you can see where it's starting to reverse on itself. And now I'm just going to put this right in there. Right down the lateral aspect of the posting foam, and I'm going to squeeze that part down. I'm going to pull it, then pull it into the arch. Okay. So then my next thing is I would post the other footbed, but I've already done that one. I'm going to trim off this excess posting foam so I don't have to do it on the grinder. And the whole point of this, of trimming the blank first and then trimming the posting foam, is to reduce the amount of time you spend on the grinder, because the grinder is where everyone tends to screw things up. Okay, so now we have a footbed that's almost finished. This is the one I did before. This is the one I'm going to finish now.